Greetings, vloggers, bloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty. Today we're going to talk about relations in our Forging Friendship series. And for this vlog this week, I didn't really have any other content to share, so I decided we do two in the series just to speed up the process a little bit. The first one is just one I added in, and so I want to talk today what makes a strong friendship. And I know this kind of like has an even-edged sword on this series between friendship and relationship. And while the two while a friendship can very well turn into a relationship, I just want to preface by saying you have to realize what makes it a strong friendship, what's healthy, what's unhealthy, what's going to make it last, and where that boundary is set, so to speak. And that'll kind of lead into our next segue into our next part of our series. But we're going to talk about what's a requirement, what's a blase requirement for a strong friendship. And so, it's just, have you ever had a friend who brought out the worst in you? Did they ever make you feel self-conscious or unsupported? That's not cool. So, our bonds with our friends are the most important connections we'll make in our entire life. And it goes without saying, a healthy friendship can't grow without proper care and attention. You have to give it that proper care and attention. And, we're not talking about sunlight and air, but they need a blend of compassion, empathy, and respect, and trust too, among other things, to really take root. So we're going to learn about those 5 things. One of those is trust, and being able to have trust and confidence in your friend is one of the most important requirements of a strong relationship, because true friendship means you are able to count on one another. Part of caring for a friend is honoring that they tell you, no matter what the significance, and with confidentiality and respect. A true friend should never laugh or mock, but listen with open ears and offer advice if asked. An example of having a trustworthy friend is being able to talk to them about a personal issue you are facing, knowing what is said will be staying between them, and the two of you will not judge each other for that circumstance. And I have friends like that, and it's good to have friends like that who you can just have that listening ear, because in a COVID world we're in, and I hate to say COVID because we've been through COVID so much, but in that kind of world, we need that. We need more connection. We need more natural support. And if you don't have a trust or a bond with trust with a friend, then it's a quality that's a red flag. If you don't have a trust, or if somebody breaches your confidentiality, if somebody doesn't take what you have to say seriously about things, that's definitely not cool. And that should set up a red flag. You should be able to understand, and the feeling should be mutual. We should both have the ability to understand what you both want and what you want to say in that friendship, or that friendship. The next one is equality, and equality is another super important ingredient in a healthy friendship that often gets overlooked when one friend has more to say over than the other, and that could be a struggle. Because one friend is assertive doesn't mean they should dominate all the time and all of the decision making. If somebody is timid, but they should challenge themselves to speak up about the things they are interested in doing. Friendship is a mutual thing. You should both have each end of the say. For me, I do lack that equality. I wish it was more equal. Some of my friendships, I wish they were more equal, but I'm working on it. And that's the good thing about having treatment and things for people on the spectrum, is that we can work these issues out, iron out these issues, and understand where I'm wrong, where they're wrong, and come to a healthy compromise. It's all most people ask. So it's just, sometimes we want to do things too, but we're worried about being overruled, or in a healthy friendship, both friends should be able to make decisions together, and we shouldn't shut down each other in that process. The next one is compassion. Having compassion when you're able to be empathetic and genuinely there for your friends on a daily basis and during times of need. Having compassion and empathy is a requirement for a healthy friendship, because it's important to have friends you can count on to be there for you. And I can say I've not been a friend sometimes to people, and I wholeheartedly, if I ever wasn't a friend to someone, I wholeheartedly apologize. That's not who I really am and not who I really want to be. And I've been there, and in this next situation, I've been there where the dog is. It says an example of when you've looked and the dog cried, and your friend came to your side to listen to you, but the friend was compassionate, and I wasn't there one time when my one of my friends, their dog had issues and had to be put down, and I wasn't there for them, and I felt like a horrible person. And even though this person stuck it through for me, and they were very supportive through all the changes I had experienced, but yet this one little problem that they were experiencing, I wasn't there for them. I felt like that, but also I feel like a lot of times I'm overpowered, but I'm working on being more assertive in my end and not being too overpowering on things. um Honesty, that's the most important thing. Honesty is a requirement for a strong and successful friendship, because at the day, it, people usually will hurt more when the truth is conceived by the truth itself, whatever it may be, whether it was lying about a simple thing, like whether or not you like your friend's outfit, or something more significant. Being dishonest, each is the foundation of a healthy relationship. Even though being honest may mean have more difficult conversations with your friend, it will make for a stronger and better relationships. Friendships. I'm sorry, I keep going to relationships. We're going into relationships with boundaries, so stay tuned. Um, Independence. In successful friendship, is always important to be independent of your friend and always allow your friend to have their personal space. It is never helpful to always need the company of your friend and their constant attention. You should both have other friends and hobbies beside each other. Getting upset when your friend is only friend is a sign that independence is needed, and I have been there. And it's not that I think sometimes as people on the spectrum, we need our time too, because we need to work on our interest and things we enjoy without having to be pressured to converse constantly with a friend, or constantly feel like we have to be drug into an interest that may not be what we want to be interested in at that given moment. We may also need our space to recharge our batteries, what have you. So it's all important in that regard, to be mindful of that and be understanding. To be understanding that everybody needs their space, and it's something that all people need to work on in some way of your treatment. So if you have trust, equality, compassion, honesty, and independence, you've already set the foundation. So that's very important to have those qualities. It's very, very important. So what makes a good friend? So we talk about what makes a quality of a good friend, what standards we set in being a good friend, but we don't know what the essential traits are. And as autistics, we often have traits of what we want ourselves to be, and what traits we like to do, and certain quirks we have. And even if quirks is a dirty word to you, it's just something it's something. But so some of these essential friendship traits you need, like I said, with the trust, you need to be trustworthy, you need to be honest, you need to be very dependable, and you need to be loyal to your friend, and you need to be easily able to trust others. You need to be able to express empathy, even though I know that may be hard, but deep down inside, we do have it when we want it. And that's a whole other thing we can get into. But deep down inside, we do have that empathy for others when we feel that inner voice saying it. We need to be non-judgmental, a good listener, um, supportive in others in the good and the bad, be self-confident, see humor, have a little humor. One of my good friends is like, yeah, live a little, and you need to be fun to be around. You need to, and it's just one of those things. Those are essential. You need to have integrity. You need to have your core values. Um, you know, you need to be trustworthy. That's what makes or breaks the relationship. So, you just need to be aware of that. You need to be of those previous traits. You need to speak honest. You need to be dependable, loyal, and being able to be there. So the traits of caring. Those ones with have empathy, be non-judgmental, a good listener. Um, be supportive of others in the good and the bad. And that's important. Empathy is a very hard thing for autistics, but in the end, if once you master it, you'll be glad that you did, and you will feel sometimes a little too much, and that's a hard thing to do. But once you find that delicate balance, it will be good. You need to be non-judgmental. That's a good quality that autistics have. We can be very non-judgmental and just see both sides of the coin mostly, and not favor in the what makes us feel comfortable or what one person wants us to believe. We can be easily influenced, but we can wrap ourselves around and make a good decision. Good listening skills. You need to be a good listener, and sometimes I can be a good listener. It's just you have to be really focused and really pay attention. Be supportive. You need to have confidence in yourself. The trait of congeniality. And be fun and have the ability. So, just some of those things to take away also in this video is to learn that as well, so that you're aware of those things. Okay, well, thank you for listening. We'll close with that, but I want to thank you for listening to my video on more about friendship specifically. On the other half of our vlog this week, we're going to get into about some relationship stuff and about saying no, in a relationship, and what the good of that is. So I will thank you for listening. As always, you can follow on it, like this video by giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down, your choice. You can tap that notification bell for more videos, and you can subscribe to my channel. Also, follow, and subscribe, like on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dustin's Dynasty. I'm on the web at dustinsdynastyusa.com. I'm on Pinterest and TikTok at Dustin's Dynasty ASD. This vlog will be streamed on many on my streaming platforms, including Spotify at Dustin's Dynasty ASD, where I vlog where I put blog posts, podcast on of my vlogs and blogs every week. So I want to thank you for listening and have a good day.